to what extent do you connect the way in which the economy has changed by these great technology companies with this sort of stark economic divide that we see show up in the voting?
What these great technology businesses show us and demonstrate to us is that the world is moving to an asset light, knowledge based world. And the economies that are meant to be at the leading edge have to embrace that. And the only way that you can really embrace that is through a fundamental repricing of education and a fundamental repricing of economic incentives. Those are the only two things that will keep a leading economy at the leading edge. I think what it also shows is how the lack of government regulation, when left unchecked, actually also doesn't make a lot of sense because policies were written 20, 30 years ago. And in most industries, 20 or 30 years is, a percentage of change. In technology, 20 or 30 years represents, 2 or 3 cycles of change. And so it's the equivalent of the fossil fuel industry iterating itself over 300 years. And so in that, I don't think fossil fuel, regulations were the same. And, I'm just going to pick a date, 1820 as they were, 1920 as they are in 2020. I'm sure that body of law has changed a lot. Well, the reality is that in the 30 years of technology businesses, the body of law that governs it hasn't changed basically at all. But it's the equivalent of 300 years of progress of these other industries when at least measured by market cap and economic impact and importance. And so to the extent that those things are correlated, those are the two things we've learned.